are Marshal, baby. Question of the day, Azorius or Dimir? Let me know in the comments below. Ladies and Gentlemages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of the Man of Mana, and today we got a juicer for you. We got We Are Marshal featuring Ulder, Ravengard, Marshal. This legendary creature is a human noble soldier. When it enters the battlefield, target non-token creature you control gains double team until end of turn. So that means when that card attacks, you get a duplicate. And whenever the Ravengard attacks, conjure a duplicate of a target non-token attacking creature into your hand. So they very close. They're both making duplicates, conjuring stuff, but they work a little bit differently, both of these abilities. Very, very cool. I love this card. I think it's, I wanted to make a Boros aggro-y type of build as soon as I saw it, and this is the great thing. Now, what I really like about this deck is that these colors have everything that you need to deal with the loop. If you have watched my last video, you know that there is a pretty gross Jund colored loop. It comes with Acererak and the ominous Traveler with Cabaret Revels and Goblin Trapbreaker, all that stuff. So what I like to do here is I'm main decking 4 Strict Proctors. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter it unless its controller pays 2. Now, if that wasn't enough, we are running a best of 3 in this deck here. We're switching it up. We're doing best of 3. Not saying, like, you know, every now and then I like to switch it up here, but we are running Curse of Shaken Faith because this card definitely, it's really good at versus the loop deck. Again, they can't continuously loop if they're taking 2 damage every single turn. We do have Archon of Emeria. I like this card a lot. It's actually really good versus Anvil because the Anvil likes to play multiple cards. Even like sometimes against Esper, it can be decent because the non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Now, that is pretty good, and I know that we are kind of an aggro-y type of deck, but a lot of times we're actually not playing a whole lot of cards. It's kind of catch-22, but the Archon, again, we need to stop that stupid loop from coming out, so that is why I like the Archon of Emeria, the Curse of Shaken Faith. The Paladin class really helps out versus Esper with all of their spot removal, their Wandering Emperors. If you play this, you're going to have to force them to play their things early and often. Wandering Emperor for mono green aggro because, yeah, the Wandering Emperor is just, mono green aggro is still pretty formidable in the format. Other than that, let's go to the main deck here. Pretty standard Boros-y type of things. I do like the Blade Historian. I'm running 1 just because why not? Thundering Raiju. You do need a little bit of haste because this deck isn't exactly full-on aggro, so you can come up a little short versus Esper, which is really annoying. But I actually love this thing. The Githyanki Warrior here, you use the Specialize. You only cost 1, and what's really nice about using Specialize, you use it with the Angelfire Ignition. Even with the Carlock, Raging Tiefling, whatever you're using, you use this on the Angelfire Ignition and you get it back with Flashback, and then you get to Specialize, because with Specialize you have to discard a card. Other than that, this is a fairly standard deck here. Clement, Novice Acolyte here, the Evangel, got a few silver bullets, or white bullets I guess you could call it, in this Boros deck here. But that's what we're going to be doing today. Hopefully we can stop some loop action. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this, helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Insane. How are we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. Let's see what we got here. It's good enough. It's good enough. Listen, Boros, sometimes Boros is pretty easy. You play things, you swing in, you kill stuff, you go home. That's what it is. So let's go ahead and drop our Sundown Pass here. Get into our little Tiefling here. Can't remember if I'm running 1 or 2 of this. I forgot what I made in the original brew here. So it appears that we are going against Esper. We have an okay... it's not really the best matchup. We're kind of more apt. Good lord, that is so nauseating. I'm not a big fan of that noise there. But we have a decent matchup against Esper. It's not great. We kind of want to really bully the loop-de-loop that's going around here. But we do have the Ulder, Ravengard, Marshal. I love this card. Absolutely love this card. So whenever it enters the battlefield, another target non-token creature you control gains double team until the end of turn. This is a legendary. So we can't have played 2 at the same time, but we are going to get a duplicate. We are Marshal, baby. Let's go ahead and grab another one for free, and that's just card advantage. So I'm really liking this card. I do think that Boros overall is a little underwhelming in this, game state. So that is kind of the issue. Just with everything else that is out here, it's a little too strong. And this is why our deck is not that strong. Because, well, I don't want to say it's not strong, but we go for Angelfire Ignition. We're going to miss a land drop here. The Marshal can't get hit by Vanishing Verse, so I think we're just going to go ahead and do this. If they've got some sort of instant... I don't think most people are not main decking Vanishing Verse, so... Or not Vanishing Verse, but Ray of Enfeeblement. So that is why I'm going to go with this here. And we're going to get another duplicate of non-token attacking creature. And they're going to go for Vanishing Verse, so they go for Oops. But that's okay. At least we get to keep our creature here. They gave away a lot. Was that like a cocky Oops, or was that like Oops they should have done it? I don't know what that was, but either way, our Marshal can't get hit by Verse, so that is why we go through here. Doomscar is going to kill our Marshal here. Not great, so hopefully, I mean, I kind of like a land here. The Molten Impacts are really not great in this matchup here. It does hit Rafine, so it does hit Rafine, that's pretty good. But other than that, you know, we're going to have to just go for a Hopeful Initiate and our Carlock, the Raging Tiefling, which that sound is so annoying. But hopefully we can get this going on here. If they just say go, I mean, there's a lot of... Oh, yeah. A hard-casted Doomscar is not good here. And of course, we get 3 Molten Impacts where it literally does not matter. And that is just, nauseating. But we go ahead and drop our Kumano Faces Kakkazan. Things are looking absurdly bleak at this point. So they are, they're main decking 2 Doomscar. I guess that's fine. I don't think I see a whole lot of Doomscars being main decked. But these Molten Impacts are just atrociously bad in this matchup here. Because they don't hit anything. They hit literally nothing. Hopefully they drop like Rafine so we can kill it. But that is not going to do it. The Kumano, we're just going to have to sit tight here. We've got absolutely nothing to play. Eventually we'll be able to use the Raging Tiefling, but... Let's see if they're going to go for another Vanishing Verse. I would assume that's what they're going to do here. Oh, just a March of Otherworldly Light. I mean, yeah, it's kind of the same difference here. And a Tainted Indulgence. At least they don't have the 5-drop threshold. But we're still not sitting very good here. We have basically nothing. I think we're close to being able to just scoop. We're close here. Rahilda's not going to do much here, so I'm pretty close. I think if they get rid of this, I think we can probably scoop here by the next turn. So let's go ahead and end the turn. So they've got 4 cards in their hand, and this Memory Deluge is going to take us out. There's just no way they don't find an answer here. So let's go ahead. We'll play it out. We'll go ahead and I've seen some crazy things in this Magic world. Fantasy Verse is going to take care of you. I think, yeah, Tasha.
Perfect. Give it your best shot, adventure.
See, we can double hit the Tasha. I mean, I don't want to ever prematurely quit. So let's go ahead and use the Molten Impact. But this sucks though. We have to use this too.
Buzz off, not.
All right, we're gonna go with the Novice Acolyte here, and the reason why we're doing this instead of playing another Molten Impact is because we want to make use of the Molten Impact. And again, we're really just 99.9% sure that we're gonna lose, but we're gonna try.
Anything cheeky now.
We're gonna try before we hit the sideboard in this best of 3 matchup here. Ugh. Hopefully they play something out. They're probably not going to. We can also go for the Raging Tiefling. Again, not the greatest thing ever, but it is a constant threat. It does prevent things from blocking, which can be kind of nice, but we're only running 1 because it is a legendary. So let's see what they want to do here. They've got 5 cards in their hand and way more land than we do. We are an aggro. Well, yeah, we're like not... Yeah, we're pretty aggro. I mean, it's pretty aggro. We could make it more aggro, just more raw, relentless, just straight up aggro. But that is... Oh, God, the Shadow's Verdict here is going to clear the game. And that is pretty wild here. That is pretty wild that they are main decking Shadow's Verdict. I mean, oh my God. Okay. Okay, well, kudos to you. Let's see what we're going to do here now. So the Archon is not really that good for us right now. I mean, we're not really apt. We're not really apt to face this deck. This deck is unlike, this is like just Control Esper. This isn't even like Rafine Esper, so this is very not typical. I would love a Thalia here, to be honest, but we're not going to have that. So I guess we're just going to keep this. I know Paladin Class, if they're not running counters, they're just running instant. Yeah, we're not, like... Definitely going to go with a few of these Paladin classes. This is slow. Blade Historian's a little slow. All these Angelfire Ignitions have to come out, so I guess we can actually put back the Blade Historian. But there's just not a whole lot to go off of here. I guess you're fine by default. We'll go ahead and keep this. Angelfire Ignition is atrocious, just because they have, especially if they're running the White March, there's really no reason to do that because we have to spend 3 mana. It's more of a creature-heavy matchup thing. So let's go ahead and play first here. And this is just apocalyptically bad, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. And I guess... Oh, we can't even go for the Raging Tiefling here with the Sundown Pass. I mean, this is just... Oh, God, it's just terrible. This, I mean, we're running ice cold. I might have to go get a jacket. This is just pretty bad here. Let's go ahead and get our Paladin class down. We won't be able to get into the Raging Tiefling. And our Strict Proctor is typically not that strong right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our Strict Proctor. Very, very strict. Our little cleric friend here. So, doesn't really, again, this doesn't really help us out here, because the permanents don't really do a whole lot here. But, you know, we're going to try. And I think we're probably going to go for Paladin class over the Tiefling. It's more mana efficient this way. I think we're going to do it. I really do. So, 2-4. It's not great. It's really not phenomenal here. I do like getting that. It's a little bit more mana efficient. Now we have a Kumano. I think we're just going to swing in here. So, we could go for Kumano, and then we go for Karlach. I mean, I don't really know, honestly, though. Seat of the Empire here is going to take out our Proctor. I think we just drop this. And this thing does have kind of like a de facto hexproof type of ability. So whenever it's targeted, you get to exile it and bring it back. So it's nice. But still not really sure how this is going to play out. So a Vanishing Verse, okay, we do get, yeah, absolutely. I will be exiling. Give us an oops. Hey, you know, hey, that's fine with me. That works. Alrighty, well, we can go for the Ravengard Marshal. I think we're gonna do that. I think we are. So let's go for this. Give this, and now we can specialize this. The reason I do this is to go do this, and then we get to use this at the end step, or get this into the graveyard, and we can always go for that later. So we're gonna swing here. We get the double team, so we get another one. So double team with double strike. We are Marshal, baby. So if they don't have a Doomscar, we're looking pretty good. If they do have a Doomscar, really rough here. And the Shadow's Verdict, we do get to keep the Wrathful Warrior, though. So that is, you know, it could be worse. So this, I made sure, I wanted to get a 5-drop here. I don't know if that was actually the right move, but, you know, I guess we'll see. And this is actually just going to be it anyway, because we're going to go for Paladin class level 2, and with double strike, it's not even going to matter anyway. So we take game 2. So now this is going to be the hard part, though. I mean, this is on the draw versus this deck. We just don't have a whole lot going for us. We just kind of don't. Shadow, I mean, they're running all these like classic sweepers. I'm not gonna lie, this is like one of the craziest decks I've ever seen in terms of just like what I've played against. I just don't see this type of build ever. That's like not the Rafine. So I'm not really built for this. Can't even lie about it. Let's see what we do. I mean, we could have a Wandering Emperor. We're gonna have to just be as fast as possible. So I think we just are good. The Wandering Emperor doesn't really do anything. I mean, we could go for Strict Proctor. The Strict Proctor doesn't help us out at all, but it is still a body. Guess we'll get rid of this maybe for some Emperors, just so we can flash this in. I mean, I guess they aren't really running. They're not really running non-basic, or basics rather, so I guess the Archon could kind of deter them in the non-basic department. Maybe. Let's go ahead and get rid of these Molten Impacts. These are bad. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I think the Archon is better than the Molten Impact by default. I haven't seen a single creature yet, so let's go ahead and ditch. I think we probably should ditch the Molten Impact last game too. Okay, let's see if we can come back from this. And this is terrible, man. I mean, we are just getting... Oh, it's just very bad. We're going to go ahead and do this. This is a little bit better, though. So let's go ahead and keep this. I only want to keep one drop here, though. The Inchblade Companion is my companion. We are on the draw, so I think we could probably be a little dicey here and keep all of our cards. We don't have a turn 3 play anyway, so I'm going to do this. Because we are on the draw, we'll have one more opportunity to go for a land. And I know that's really risky. Our opponent does take the friendly mulligan, or the mulligan. I guess this is best 2 out of 3, so we can hold off on the friendly mulligan. Hello. Let's do the Helpful Initiate. And now we do have a turn 2 play, which is nice. But I think we're just going to go for Kumano. We do need a Lance here. So, I mean, I was, you know, you'd think you'd get 1 land out of 3 draws before we hit a drop, but let's go for Kumano faces Kakkazan here. Do the 19. Let's go ahead and swing in. We're just playing a little crazy, a little chaos. Introduce a little chaos into your life. And then we're gonna go for Inchblade Companion, and then next turn, we'll pretty much be able to make all of their lands our Fiend's Tower, because they'll all have to come in tapped with our Archon. Hopefully that's gonna be the play here. And oh god, you hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. I mean, I know that we gambled here, but still though, I feel entitled. I do feel entitled. We should not be hitting, we should have gotten a land drop here, but hindsight's always 20/20. It is what it is. I don't think that our plan here doesn't change regardless. We're still going to be playing this no matter what. So I don't really care. We're just going to swing in here, do what you will, insane. And this is insane though, because we really needed some help here. We're going to swing in here. It's not going to be good enough though, because we missed the land drop, and now we're just in a atrocious, oh my god. Oh, it just hurts. Oh my god, it's just utter pain. Oh my god. Okay, well, the thing is like, you know they have disruption, so going for the Inchblade is just not even like good. Like we could do this. It's not good. It's not good enough. I think we're gonna swing in here and then just chuck out the Inchblade. I know it's weak, but they're gonna have spot removal here. So Void Rend. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's check out this Inchblade Companion. Instead of doing that, we should just go for Hopeful Initiate. Come on, mouse. Getting a little salty here, just with the land drops and the mouse not working here. Let's go ahead and fix up our there we go. Finally, Nikobolas, Ugin, whoever you are, you have answered the prayers. We have a land. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I think we're going to have to go for the Ravengard, obviously, because that is the point of our deck. It's one of our aces here. And the thing is here, what's kind of nice is we do get the double team here. And even if they do have a Doomscar, we're going to be able to keep our Inchblade Companion. So that is really nice. But I mean, gosh dang it. What did we miss? 2 land drops here? Just a Tasha. Okay, that's kind of interesting here.
I thought we'd give it your best shot, adventurers.
Okay. Well. So this is going to be a 2/2. This will be a 2. I think we can still kill this Tasha. Let's go for the Inchblade Companion. And I'm going to put this on you. Because then that'll go down to a 3. This will go back down to a 1. Back up to a 2. And we can kill this Tasha. No problem. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We get another little guy here. We swing in here, and with the training, we're still going to kill the Tasha. Plus, we get another duplicate of the Hopeful Initiate. Right. Bang, bang, and we just get out of that.
You achieved what few have. Victory.
Victory. And here's the coolest part. Again, we're still going to have 2 Inchblade Companions, even if they do have this Doomscar. If we come out of this game as a winner, I don't even know. I will laugh. I will laugh like Tasha's hideous laughter. We're sitting actually okay here. Again, I'm assuming this is a Doomscar. Okay, Doomscar. We do get to keep our 2 Inchblades, which is really nice. We do get another one here. Here's the thing. At this point, we go for Companion. These are both non-tokens here, so I think we do this, attach it to the other one, just so we have another one to attach it to. And obviously this only goes off once per turn, and I'm going to go for double initiates. I think we're just going to have to be aggressive here. We swing in. This is a little risky here. If we do have another Doomscar, we're only going to be able to keep this. Whoa. That's kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy to me. You're being crazy here. Insane. I guess that's why they call you insane. I want to keep this Kumano in case they do have the Wandering Emperor. We can kill it. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and... I don't really want to do that because we are definitely playing... Because they have a Wandering Emperor. They absolutely have a Wandering Emperor. I guess we just go for the Marshal here. We're going to go for Marshal here, and then... What do we want? Another Initiate or another Companion? I guess we kind of want another Companion. I know they have an Emperor here, but it's okay though. We're going to swing in here, and we're going to train 2 different times, and it's not great. Let's see the Emperor. Let's see the Emperor. I know you got it. Fork it over. Let's see it. Whoa, a Memory Deluge. Wow, I am surprised. Down to 2. And we can't go for the Kumano just yet. I think we have to just end the turn. So we can't really drop this. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I'm going to end the turn instead of dropping that, because if they do have another Doomscar, I do want protection, and we just take it. Now that was insane. Tiago Jason, how are you doing here? Let's go ahead and play first. Decent little hand here. We got the Inchblade Companion. As long as we got our little companion, it's okay. Now, what really sucks is the Sundown Pass kind of deters us from being able to play Molten Impact on turn 2, which gets me a little nervous, but, you know, gotta stay positive in these matchups, you know? Let's see what we're playing against. What I like about, again, the main thing about this deck is that we have so many tools in our sideboard to deal with the icky, ominous loop that you've been seeing everywhere. But let's see what you got going on here. We got the Inchblade Companion, and life is good. Now, I don't really know exactly. I mean, depends what we're playing against. We do have the Angelfire Ignition, which is really, really good versus some decks here, but we don't really have anything that we can do just yet, so let's go ahead and just swing on in with our little companion here. The little companion that could. Got absolutely nothing to play, so whatever. Please do not play with fire. Oh, Voltage Surge, even the same thing, but it's still the fact that we get rid of our companion here. Now, we don't have another creature, and our deck is like almost all creatures here. We're playing the Kakkazan, Molten Impact, Angelfire Ignition. I mean, I don't want to say it's all creatures. It definitely, these are the only non-creatures in our whole deck here, these 3 right here. So it's saying we Brushstroke. We don't have a whole lot of red sources here, so this is not great. Oh god, I mean, we're gonna have to get out this Marshal here just because of the bonus here. And I know that we typically you'd like to give something double team with the Marshal here, but that is not the case, is it? The only good thing is, I mean, they actually bump up a lot. Oh man, they use all of their mana here to get rid of our Marshal here, which is like, it's okay. The thing is, the nice part with the Kumano, the nice thing about the Kumano here is when we swing in with the Blood Artist, they actually just die and they don't get exiled. Or they do get exiled, rather. I can't talk today. So, I don't think... Let's just go for the Molten Impact here. Let's just go for the Molten Impact. And we have 3 stowed away for later. I think that's pretty good here. So they have a Sanguine Brushstroke deck. Experimental Synthesizer here. We do have Angelfire Ignition, which is nice for the life gain, because this deck does tend to drain the life out of you, quite literally in a lot of ways, but we don't have a lot of red. Don't have a lot of red in our deck, or we have a lot of red in our deck. We don't have a lot of red in our hand or on the battlefield, and that's kind of where you want it. So it deals 1 damage to us. Not the end of the world here. The Sanguine Brushstroke can hit us, which is annoying. We do get a Sundown Pass, so I think we're just going to go for the Molten Impact's just not that good. Not on the Epicure here. We're going to go for Angelfire Ignition here. Kill the Epicure. Now, if they have like a Infernal Grasp or something here, it's not looking great. Okay, we get to go. I was really nervous. That was really nerve-wracking here. I'm really looking forward to this lifelink. Boom. 13 to 22, and now we're sitting I would say pretty comfortably here. Semi-comfort. Just semi-comfort. Because they're going to use these blood tokens to fix up their hand here. The life gain's not really what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about them drawing answers because they didn't use both the blood tokens. So they most likely like whatever they have here. The Blood Tithe Harvester, we still can Molten Impact this thing because this is, you know, problematic. Because they're going to have enough blood tokens by the time they can untap this. Thundering Raiju. Oof, okay. I think we're going to go for Molten Impact on the Harvester. Hopefully they don't have like a Village Rites. Okay, they do not, which is nice here. We're going to go for the Angelfire Ignition. We can't deal 2 damage to anything with this leftover mana from the Molten Impact, but it is what it is. Not too worried about it. We're going to swing in here, and unless they have just strip spot removal, some of these decks make the mistake of not having like an Infernal Grasp or something like that. They just rely on the Voltage Surges. Oh, they do have Blood Chief's Thirst, I guess. So they could just use the Blood Chief's Thirst for 1 mana, and that would be pretty bad. And plus with this experimental synthesizer here, most likely they are going to draw into an answer. The only good thing that we have going for us right now is we do have the Thundering Raiju. Ah, it's a Blood Chief's Thirst. Oh my gosh, come on. One time! One time! I feel like we've just been getting... Oh my goodness. Okay, well let's go for the Thundering Raiju here. It does have haste. If we do get another land here, we can go for Cave of the Frost Dragon. We're going to put a 1/1 counter on the Thundering Raiju, barring removal. Barring removal, they still can go for a Voltage Surge. We're going to go for a Blood Token, probably dig for a Voltage Surge here. We get it down to 3, which is really nice. So they don't have life gain. So we're going to be able to have a Thundering Raiju, either with an Angelfire Ignition, or we can go for Cave of the Frost Dragon. So they're going to have to find a Voltage Surge. But, oh wow, we actually just take it. Wow, okay. Okie dokie here. So let's see what we want to... see what we want to do here. It's pretty typical drain type of deck here. Archon is actually kind of decent here. They are running basics, but they go for like experimental synthesizer. It just shuts them down. I kind of do like the Archon here. I think we're going to do that. The Strict Proctor doesn't really do anything. They don't really have any enter the battlefield kind of nonsense here. So I think the Strict Proctor can kind of go away for now. We'll go for Archon. This is actually kind of okay as well. I mean, burning them. Typically, we have this for the loop. The Almighty Ominous loop. But I don't know. I mean, did you have a couple instances? Not really. They're just the Voltage Surge. So I don't know if Paladin Class is really worth it. I think we might be okay. The Emperor... They just aren't really that aggro here. The Emperor is really not that good. I like the Wandering Emperor more so versus Mono Green. I think we're just going to keep this. The Curse of Shaken Faith. We can burn them. I don't know what we would slide out here. I do kind of like the Molten Impact for things like the Sanguine, the Blood Artist. So I think we're going to go for that route. Alrighty, here we do have the Furycalm Snarl, and for once these Snarls are... As we all know, they're very hit and miss. They can hit, they can miss, they can do a lot of things. But hey, we're gonna celebrate the good times here. I have the Snarl here. Let's go ahead and reveal our mountain and the world's our oyster. Let's drop the Kumano faces Kakkazan. Want to get out whatever we have a little bit stronger. I think that's probably the best move here. They probably don't have a very good Molten Impact target anyway, right away. I was lying, just lying. Hey, whatever I just said there, just throw it out the complete window here. And yeah. So now we're a little nervous because now we do need another land. Make no mistake about that. So I'm just going to go for the Molten Impact right on this Harvester here. I don't want this Harvester to get any funny ideas. And what's nice about the Angelfire Ignition being a sorcery is that obviously that gets the Molten Impact here. So Anvil is a problem. Anvil is definitely a problem. Here is what the deck does, what it does best. It's going to drain us. And they actually are not swinging in. Thank goodness we get a land there. We really needed that. So, I mean, we could go for Angelfire Ignition. I kind of like it. I kind of do. We can go for the Archon as well. They are low on mana, so maybe if we really... let's go ahead and do this. Alright, we got the Archon out. We both can only play one card now, so I'm going to go ahead and just pass the turn. I guess we'll keep the Etching. And then there's an Anvil here. The only good part is this is their turn. Like, they played their Anvil. The Archon locks them out. They are playing they are playing basic lands, which sucks. But if they do want to get into... Ooh, I was about to say, what are you doing there? So, okay. Well, we can only play one card, so I'm going to go for the Angelfire Ignition straight on this Emeria's Call. Or Emeria's Call. The Archon of Emeria. I guess we'll go ahead and kill... the Epicure, because if we just target this, they're just going to use the Anvil, so there's really no point in doing that. And we'll go and do this. I want to keep this Kumano. I just would rather keep it. So let's go ahead and do 4 damage there. We're going to keep this. What I love about the Githyanki Warrior is you can use the Specialize on the Angelfire Ignition, and then you can just play it back from the grave next turn. So that is a pretty dynamite combo. Blood Token. Yep, go ahead and get these little constructs out. These little constructs are a little cute, you know? So there they go. There's the Blightstep Pathway. And because we have the Archon of Emeria out, you don't get to play it. You don't get to play it. Whatever you're thinking about, it's going to come in tapped. You're going to have to wait a turn. So that's why I like that. We do get a Sundown Path here. We only get to play one card here. So if we're going to play something, it might as well be the Angelfire Ignition that costs more. But we are getting a little... We are getting a little top heavy. Because if they do have... If they get rid of the Archon... Let's go for the Githyanki Warrior. I know this is kind of nuts here, but we do have packed in, we have packed in protection, and I kind of like this anyway. We'll go ahead and spread out our threats a little bit here. Down to 13 they go. We're not really that threatened with our life totals anyway. If they do have a Bloodchief's Thirst, they have to have a basic land, just to even have it come in tapped, or untapped rather. Deadly Dispute, but this is their turn. Again, though, like, it's fine. Like, they probably will get into their land. And it's a swamp, but guess what? That's your turn. There you go. That's your turn because of the Archon. The Archon is just so good. So let's go ahead and drop this. We can specialize, and again, specializing is not casting something, so the Archon is safe that way. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead... Do we want to seek something here, or do we want to just create 2 1/1s? I think because they have weenies, I'd rather just go for this. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Hopeful Initiate. I don't want to discard the Angelfire Ignition. I'd rather be able to just have another one. So now we've got Double Strike on this. And it has built-in protection as well. So there's our Inchblade Companion. I'm going to go for... Well, we might as well be more mana efficient. So let's go for Angelfire Ignition on the thing with Double Strike. And again... they would need an Infernal Grasp. And if they do... Wow, they do! Wow! Oh, wow. Okay, well, we still get to protect it. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but look at that. Look how good that is. We get another card to protect her, or not protect ourselves with. But we do get card advantage. And card advantage is pretty awesome. So down to 9 they go. And again, the Archon is still on the battlefield. We still have an Angelfire Ignition. I think we're looking pretty good here. This is going to come, again, this pathway comes in tapped, and you gotta love that. You gotta love seeing their pathway come in tapped, and they only get to play one card, unless they get rid of the Archon, which, you know, they very well could. They're going to sacrifice this to do some damage, create another little construct, which is fine. Not particularly threatened by that. Oh no, they get rid of our Archon, which is really annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. We still have this, whoa, I was going to say, if you swing in, you pretty much just lose the game. And we do have another Archon here. Oh my gosh, that's just so mean. Should we play the Angelfire Ignition? This is a 5... This would be a... What? They'd have to at least chump block something here. Let's not do that. Let's go for the Archon. But because they killed our Archon and were so nice to us, let's go ahead and go for what? Maybe Kumano? Let's go for Kumano. So we have to do this before we play the Archon, because we obviously don't want to be locked in. Then we play the Hopeful Initiate, and then we play the Archon. There we go. And the Blessed Warrior, I think we can swing in here, because we have Double Strike, so even if they do block... They're probably just going to chump block, so whatever, but I guess we do get rid of one, so we might as well. Yeah. Yeah, we might as well. So, like I said, they're probably just going to chump block. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. We still get rid of one. They are going to Anvil anyway, so I think that's probably still a fine move. Okay, yeah, that's fine. They've got 5 constructs. Next turn they can play another one, but again, we just play another Archon of Emeria, and they cannot love that. They can't love that. Let's see if they've got more removal to get rid of it. I mean, they are packing Voltage Surge, Infernal Grasp, and Bloodchief's Thirst, so... I wouldn't be surprised if the Emeria's... So just an Abrade. Okay, yeah. And now they've got Abrade, too. They've got every single removal spell under the sun here. Another Voltage Surge. So they can get rid of one of our weaker creatures here. They're going to go for the Anvil. Okay, so they're going to kill the Synthesizer here. Haunted Ridge. They still have this Voltage Surge, but they have to play it right now because of the Synthesizer here. Angelfire Ignition, we do put counters on it, so the Hopeful Initiate can also get rid of an Anvil, if that is the best move. But it's looking like they're probably going to use the Voltage Surge on our Hopeful Initiate, which is a little unfortunate. Is that going to conclude? I would, oh my goodness, I really hope they do not have an Infernal Grasp here. It's not the end of the world here, because we do have the built-in protection. Okay, let's go for the Angelfire Ignition here. If they do have... So, okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go for... I mean, gosh, this... Ooh, I hate the Snarl. I don't think I'll ever use the Snarl again. Because it's going to pretty much cost us the match here. We could go for Inchblade Companion. If this could become tapped, we could just... Yeah, the Snarls, man, I think this is going to be the final lesson about not using Snarls. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and swing in with our Blessed Warrior here. We do have Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, Double Strike, and Haste. Not that the Haste is relevant here. But we're going to swing in with the Kumano. I think we're okay with swinging in with the Kumano. I mean, it's just kind of sitting here anyway, so... Place the Snarl down, place the Inchblade down. It does get stronger. Not that it matters, really, but it does get stronger. Alrighty, here. Down to... We got one life left. One measly life left. Let's see if we can close the match. We do have... They still have 2 Anvils, so that's not wonderful. I'm a little bit nervous about Hive the Eye Tyrant. Because if they go for Hive of the Eye Tyrant, they get rid of our Angelfire Ignition, and that's not going to matter. They just give it up. Good game.